off. No holds barred.
Really could go anyway. Flip over your tape decks. It's the B-sides.
It's the B-sides.
Hey everybody, my name is Jack Bingham.
And I'm Scott Hughes.
And we are your mates.
You certainly are.
Take us wherever you would want to take your mates. That's
Yeah.
that's the whole thing about the podcast.
And we are your mates, so just take us there.
Yeah, we're in your ears, in whatever way, in the car, on your headphones,
Mm-hmm.
on your run.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you wish you had a couple of mates around, now you do.
Absolutely. You've at least got two. Usually you've got three, but today is a B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
No manager around. He's off doing great things.
True.
He'll be back in soon times, I guess.
Yeah. You'll know.
You'll know.
You'll know about it.
You'll know about it.
Yeah.
When the quality of the podcast goes back high,
Yeah.
then you'll know.
The facts can be checked when the manager's here.
Yeah.
Which is a great transition into how we like to kick off these days with a bit of news.
With the news.
Did you have news for us for this?
No, not really.
All right. Well, I got
Throw it to you.
I just got a little thing. I actually just saw this online recently. So don't know how recent the article actually was, but it popped up somewhere, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Had a little click through, a quick read through, and did you know? This is actual news. It's like in the news.
Oh, cool.
News website.
Yeah, right.
Did you know they recently passed a law that they can sell your old graves?
Really?
Don't know. This is why I
It's
was
in
saying.
Australia. This is in Newcastle, Australia.
Don't know about Newcastle, but definitely
Okay.
Australia.
Yeah.
And
For all you overseas listeners.
that's where we're from. If you couldn't tell by the strong accents,
Yep.
and slight slurring from myself.
Yes.
I try to avoid.
Myself too.
Yeah. So, like I said, can't give you this, can't guarantee super facts here, but basically, the gist of it is that they get to a certain age and happy to basically just stack, just go and just reuse.
Really? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like, are we talking 100 years down the track, or are we talking like 2?
Wish I could tell you. I don't know.
Because 2 seems a bit insensitive to the families.
Well,
Doesn't it?
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be longer than that.
Yeah.
It'd be longer than that. Might be a hundo, but
Yeah.
still interesting because you
Yeah,
might
it is
you kind
interesting.
of might want to go back and see your great granddad, and he might be gone.
Yeah. Or
So-
at least one level deeper.
Yeah, but I think
Or
that
mixed
the
in with others.
I don't know how it works with the stone,
Okay.
but the title of the article was something along the lines of "Death is permanent, but your grave is not."
Yeah.
Something like
okay.
that. So I was like,
Somber.
yeah, so
Somber title, isn't it?
don't know if they're just like bulldozing the whole lot down and just chucking, just digging new holes.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, interesting.
Very interesting.
Bit of news.
Also, not that I necessarily want to dwell on it for too long, but can I just say, I also think it's interesting that there are grave sites that have some premium real estate.
Oh, we were in one not too long ago, like maybe this time last year actually.
Yeah.
Down in a place called Gerringong,
Yeah.
where we parked. We were on a bit of little bit of a road trip, and we basically went to hang out at this lookout. Huge what do you call it? Graveyard.
Yeah, I think so.
Totally open, not like fenced off or anything. We actually had a bit of a geese through it kind of thing, but
yeah, it's nice.
unbelievable real estate, like $1 million land, millions of dollars of land.
Yeah.
Right on a cliff face looking out over a beautiful beach.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah, it's the one that came to mind, yeah.
Mm.
But I've seen others as well. And don't really want to get into what people's beliefs necessarily are, but not a bad place to end up.
Oh, you get retire.
Yeah.
Permanently retire.
Rest the old body.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's just not even get into that conversation because I was going to start talking about, is it worth the real estate?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. That could be its own podcast.
Well,
Probably
just
will be.
for you guys as my mates, all of you, just so you know, I'm happy because I heard over in Japan, this is like years ago that I heard this.
Just got to say, jump in really quick. If anyone's doing graves well, it's Japan. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Well, I think they've got most things sorted.
Yeah.
But they're efficient. They work stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll put you in a 1 centimetre cubic box if they
They'll
could.
work it out.
Yeah.
And which they kind of do, I guess, in that they pretty much put you in like a. Well, I don't know if this is everyone. I just know that at least somewhere in Japan they do this. They put you in like more or less a cardboard box, recycled,
Wow.
that you like fit in, and then old crematorium or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you're good to go. Dust into the sea or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But I just think, for me, I'm happy for that. Let's not waste space.
Oh, yeah, I'm on board too.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I was saying. I didn't want to get into, but
Yeah, okay, sorry.
no, it's fine.
But I thought we're amongst mates here. We'll
Yeah.
just make sure we're all on the same page. So
Yeah, I mean, that's
if you
the
need
thing.
to tell Claire what the plans are,
It's officially on record for both
you
of
guys
us.
all know.
Don't waste space or money. Happy to
Yeah.
just, I'm gone.
Yeah,
All good.
soul's heaven bound. So
Put on a
Alright.
cracker funeral though.
yeah, that's
My
it. Have a
favourite
good
DJ.
time. All right, cool. Well, I guess I'll start off.
Wait.
Okay, no.
Just go back 1 second.
Okay.
Because I just realised that we actually are, as we record this, we are going into like the cyberspace world. So I just thought, if either of us were to die anytime,
a
and
cyber
anyone's thinking
burial.
about it, let's put some just really quickly like a 10-second message that they can play like at the funeral or something.
right now.
Yeah, I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'll just go first.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. Just want you to know I'm stoked. Sure I went out doing something I love and appreciate you guys heaps. Woohoo!
Oh, that's
I was
awesome.
going to say life's good, but
Might be insensitive, right?
you wanna-
at this moment.
do you want to leave a message?
Yeah, why not? So if you're going back through the tapes, need something for the funeral, I'll just also echo, hi guys, thanks for coming along, means a lot. Well, means a lot probably to my family. Probably don't, I probably don't know either way. But thanks for being a part of the ride. It's been great.
Something about that feels really nice that we've done that, to be honest. It feels like, I feel kind of a bit more comfortable now. I don't know why.
Just another affair in order.
Yeah, anyway.
Good.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just thought
No, that's actually good as well.
that's on the record. So,
I tell you, if I think, because I feel like I've rushed that one a bit in hindsight. If there's anything more important,
well, we'll do an update in the future.
we might do an update down the track.
We have spoken about in the future one day. Just has to be the right day, and it just hasn't been the right day yet.
No.
But the time capsule podcast,
Yeah, yep.
Keen
So
for that.
Maybe we do a quick recital.
yeah, we might do that in the time
Yeah,
capsule podcast. But like I think we said it the first time as well, like it's going to be the most boring podcast because we're just going to talk about what's current, which everyone knows, you know.
Yeah,
So we might
we'll
even
make
do
it
it.
fun. It
All
won't
right.
be boring.
Okay.
Don't fret about that, guys.
All right.
we're your mates here. We're not your lecturers. It's not going to be boring.
All right. Cool. Time capsule podcast coming soon. That's the news.
That is the news.
What do you got for us, Scott?
Well, I've kind of just got really a statement that I just want to throw out, a question, if you will. And really, this is one that we want some advice about. Could be helpful to yourselves, but I just want to know, really, the general consensus. Question is, can you have too many hobbies? Can you have too many hobbies? So, just I guess a tiny bit of backstory is, I guess me in general, I feel like I've got a lot of hobbies.
Yeah,
Got
I was
a
going to
lot.
say if anyone knows, it's probably you.
Yeah. So I guess this is just to open up a bit of conversation around it. And I guess, I think hobbies are a great thing. It's important to look after yourself in terms of your own self-care, mental health care, stuff like that. I think that's a great positive with hobbies is like you can, they're a great place to de-stress. Hobbies are also great for community, like making friends or building friendships.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're doing hobbies together, like for example, one of my hobbies is I like to, I'm going to say skate because it's got the best camaraderie culture out of all my hobbies.
Yep.
If someone else likes to skate, then we can skate together and friendships are made at the skate park.
Yeah.
So that's another great thing for a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting new people, I guess that's kind of summarising that. But in all, I think hobbies are just a great thing.
Yeah.
If you have that luxury. I know different stages of life, different situations, hobbies might not be available to everyone, or at least the luxury of time might not be as available.
True.
And I guess that's part of this conversation, is that will be a factor. But in short, can you have too many hobbies?
All right. Well, to put a binary yes or no answer on it
Yeah.
would be probably a mistake of myself.
Okay.
So
I thought you were going to.
no.
No, that's fair.
What I thought I'd do is maybe I'll ask you a couple of questions, because you are probably
I'm kind of like a hobby enthusiast.
yeah, definitely the
I feel like we both kind of are.
well, yeah, you're definitely got a broader kind of range.
Okay, yeah.
That's definitely true, because there's an episode of the old podcast we did, and it's called Scott of All Trades.
Oh, really?
And
I love
basically we talked about all the things that you do.
that.
But this is what I would ask you is, do you think that I've got a couple of questions. I'm just coming up with them on the spot.
Yeah, good.
So first one is,
Yeah.
do you think that your hobbies, do you think that at any point they take away from other things that are probably important or should be important to you in life?
I'm going to say sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you want to get into it, we can.
No, I won't elaborate too much, but I know that there are things like bad example. It's like an example that you guys probably won't be impressed about, but is like, for example, gaming. It's kind of got like a there is time, or like a set time. I guess if you're in the middle of a game, you don't really want to, particularly in certain games. And this sounds stupid when you say it out loud, so maybe it's not good. But if you're in the middle of the game, you don't want to maybe disrespect your mates that you're playing with or anything by leaving and making the game not fun for anyone.
Right.
But then that can often be like, if it's pushing into dinner time because the game's going long or anything, then that's a bad thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you an easier to understand, more practical example for yourself.
Thank you.
Sorry, but it is. You are, because this is literally a hobby of yours, is that you like the idea of being able to create and fix surfboards. And I know you've got a heck of a backlog of your own friends.
There are. Sorry, Chrissy,
basically,
Matt.
I know that you've got a fair few basically ready to go.
I got through a few recently, but yeah, you're right.
But that was really because you got forced into it, wasn't it? Because I think your other hobbies took priority.
Right.
So you kind of never got around to that job.
Okay.
So that's just
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. That's the question.
Yeah.
Here's another one for you. Do you think that you sometimes like got a bit of free time and you basically spoil for choice in the sense that you feel like you're missing out on doing something because you choose something else? So you choose surfing and you're like, oh, I wish that I could be building that sick Lego thing that Jack got me for my birthday.
Yeah.
Instead.
Well, this is what I'll say to that, is that I actually think it's a positive of having many hobbies, is that you can choose the right thing for the right scenario. So, for example, if a window opens up, then I'll it's similar to like we talked about a little while about like menu ordering, but ordering off a menu, like there's a set procedure. Yeah. And I guess I subconsciously do a similar thing where it's like I'll see who's around to do something, because I always prefer to do a hobby with people. Yeah. So I'll go for that first. Is anyone available for a surf? No. Then I might choose something. Or is it raining? Or is it nighttime? Yeah. Then I can go through my list and basically say, this is what I want. This is how I'm going to spend my free time.
Yeah, but a lot of choice is not necessarily a good thing.
Not always.
Well, if you've got too much choice, can be bad. Some people are, I've heard the phrase before, like trapped in the freedom.
Oh,
something like that.
In freedom, yeah.
I don't know if that's the actual term, but it was something along the lines of like, just too many choices. You're too busy looking at all of them rather than just picking one and getting out of there. You know, so that's interesting. What would you, and this is putting you on the spot, but really, shouldn't be too hard to answer, or this could bring up a new thing,
Mm-mm.
is like, give us your top 10 favourite hobbies at this time.
Wowza, 10.
Yeah, because, well, I know you've got them.
Yeah, well, I probably have. I guess if you nut them out, I would. Let's just try. I'll just start, and if we can't get to 10, so be it. But
I reckon I could help you to get 10.
Surfing.
Yeah.
I reckon skating.
Yeah.
Mountain bike riding.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a newish or rehashed one. It's coming up recently.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that up.
Yeah. Okay. It would drumming is on there. I like to drum.
Yeah.
Would you call just like watching TV, is that a hobby or not really? Like if you enjoy video series and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Takes your time and it's not work, so I guess it's a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd say you probably should throw gaming in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. True.
Data,
yeah.
whatever's going.
Xbox, computer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll wrap that in one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you'd call like at the moment kind of renovating a caravan.
Yep.
So that's a bit of hobby time.
Definitely. What about the gardening?
Yeah, landscaping. Again, crosses between chore / hobby, because we have put some things such as a veggie garden and like fruit trees and stuff in, which are more on the I see as being fun. It's kind of cool.
Well, all right. We've probably done. I mean, I don't know how many that was.
I
like
think
6
that's
or
8.
something.
But yeah.
Oh, 8. All right, heaps. But even in saying that, you kind of named the first 8 that came to your head, and probably 3 out of those 8 you kind of don't get to do because of the other ones, probably.
Maybe,
so, for example, interesting. You said mountain bike riding. Probably has always been a hobby of yours. Really, don't get out on the bike anymore.
Yeah, well,
probably you got surfing to blame.
Yeah, surfing, skating, having a license, that also had a big part of not riding my bike anymore. But yeah.
Oh, driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, you're right. I mean, I see what you're saying. What you're saying is like they get pushed around by each other.
Because that was the original question: was can you have too many? Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I'm not going to put an answer on it.
All right.
But just wanted to provoke some thoughts, and the listeners might have a bit of an idea now. They might be thinking, yeah, but it's good to have the choice.
Well, yeah, I want to wrap this up by basically just saying a couple of pros to having good multiple hobbies. I've already kind of mentioned some.
Yep.
In that, I guess the biggest one, really, I do like the idea that is like by the environment. You know what I mean? So like night time's quite restricting. Can't really go for a ride. Can't really skate. Can't really surf.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of can skate. See. Kind of can. Yeah. You often will get kicked out by security, but you kind of can. But that might be a moment to play games or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway. And then, just the friendship, the camaraderie thing. I think that's important. And that's the other thing. This is the last thing I was going to say. Sorry.
All right. That's fine.
But how I have found it advantageous is that I can, and I've just recently got a new job where I basically have to relate to people.
Yep. True.
And I can nearly relate to nearly anyone, I'm going to say, because I have so many hobbies.
Broad range.
Broad range. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Scott of all trades, as we said.
Trades.
But master of none. But it's kind of like I can talk to anyone, and the key to a good conversation, or at least with someone new, I always feel, is getting them talking about it themselves and something that they're interested in, passionate about.
Yep.
It's
good that you can relate.
Yeah, I can hold a bit of a conversation in most realms.
Yep. All right, and then we'll wrap it. But I feel like just to balance it, I think you personally need to give us one negative.
Of so many?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is I like kind of mastery.
What about you lost your wife and 3 kids to play video games?
Yeah, not quite. Don't have kids. Still have a beautiful wife. But I will say that
that was a good answer. What you said
hard.
Before.
Yeah, well, it's hard to master anything. I feel like it'd feel great to be able to achieve a certain level in any sport, where whatever that level is. So for surfing, that you could pretty much go out in any conditions, 2 foot, 10 foot, and just surf confidently. Like to be able to do that consistently would be a nice feeling. Yeah. But you can't really achieve that if you got 74 hobbies on the loose.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's good self-reflection, Scott. So we'll put that out to you guys as listeners to decide.
Yep.
And if you want, you can let us know on Instagram, Jack and Scott.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like if you've got a strong opinion about it, you can let us know. If you guys, enough of you guys say that yes, it's a problem, then we'll make Scott quit 4 things.
Yeah, okay. I'll cut out on some.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right.
I
That's
like
cool.
it. All right. Do you want to bring something? Something
please.
to the table?
Yeah.
To the white table. It's basically, just trying to think when this is going to come out. It's not quite December, but nearly.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think today's the last day of November.
Not quite, but yeah, it's getting there.
No, when this podcast comes out.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I'm the one that chucks them,
okay.
that schedules them in. All right, guys, it's nearly December, and so the thing that starts getting thrown around at the moment is Secret Santa.
Yeah.
And family traditions around Secret Santa, because I feel like once you start getting into the big groups, it could be big friendship groups, whatever, but most common is you've got families where you've got
extended family.
Yeah, no one can buy
Cousins.
15 to 20 presents for 15 to 20 presents. Every person has to buy that many.
Great
Every
aunties.
person receives that many. Doesn't work out. So basically, solution, Secret Santa.
Yeah. Always good.
Yeah, so I just wanted to have a little discussion around it because I've heard lots of different ways. I obviously, there's my side of the family and Ree's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do it completely separately this year.
Yeah.
Done it different in the past.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What do I do personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a couple of different things. I think actually traditionally on one side, we pretty well do gifts for most people.
Yep.
Or at least like family gifts.
Yeah, okay.
That's become a thing.
Yep.
Family gifts. Probably actually that's become less of a thing as everyone's grown older a bit.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, one thing was we just did kids only get presents, and I wouldn't be classified as a kid anymore. So it's even though I am a child in the extended family, because we're talking cousins, aunties, grandparents, stuff like that, and we're on the bottom rung. I'm still on the bottom rung, but we're talking under 15s or something and get presents only.
Right.
But
everyone else just gets nothing.
No, yeah, basically.
Just a barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Just a come on, come all.
Yeah, interesting.
This
is the thing, is and continue in a sec, but it's just funny how there's so many variations of basically the same thing.
Yeah.
So many, even almost exactly the same, but slight differences.
This is what I was going to say, right?
Yeah.
To finish, last 2 years on that side that we used to do only kids get presents, is a Secret Santa. But I don't know what it's called, but it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game. I don't know if you've played it.
Well, we're doing a game this year, so it might be similar or the same.
Yeah, well, I'll explain it.
Yep.
Okay, so basically everyone has to buy one present in a particular price range.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
Wrap it up.
Do you know what it is this year?
Well, you just brought... Oh, what's the price range?
Yeah, price range.
Oh, I'm going to say it's not 50, but it's more than 20, so something like that.
I think the same. Yeah.
Something in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be $30, something like that. Yeah. And so you buy a present, wrap it up, don't know what it is. Everyone puts their gift in a table, and then a hat goes around, and you draw a number out of your hat as your place, as your picking place. And so when your number's up, so whoever gets one will go first.
Pick a gift.
Then you go and pick a gift off the table.
Yeah.
Number 2, however, they can either pick a gift off the table or steal a present. So, and when you steal a present, you've already seen it because number 1's already unwrapped it in front of everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
So they unwrap it. Everyone goes,
wow.
That's either awesome or, no, I'm gonna go back into the mix and see what else we got in there.
Wow, because sorry to interrupt quickly, but we're doing the same. Ree's side, we'll be doing the same game.
Yeah, okay.
And we probably are, but I didn't realise there was an unwrap. I thought it was just a look only. But that really is what makes it worthwhile to pick the one that's already been picked, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Because unless you can kind of
game.
work it out without it being wrapped. But anyway, steal it. And then the person that had their gift stolen gets to go and choose again.
What?
As in, they go to the table and unwrap something else
That makes sense.
because they're giftless.
Otherwise, they'd never get one.
Yeah, they wouldn't get a gift.
True.
I can't remember if they can also choose to steal.
Surely not. I
Yeah,
feel like it
I
would
don't
never
think
end,
so,
potentially. Yeah,
No,
but
you're right. I don't think they can.
they could get it stolen again.
Yeah, and then go and pick another one from
Grab
the
another
table.
one and end up. You could end up. The first person could end up having to grab the last gift.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I think. Yeah, right. That's one. That's interesting.
That's a Secret Santa option if you listeners out there are struggling.
Well, I think that's what we're doing on Ree's side.
Yeah.
My family side.
Yeah.
I think there's, and this is only between the kids because basically, mum and dad, they just like happy to get some gifts. They love it. Mum in particular just loves to give gifts.
Yeah.
So we do between the kids, which I think there might be 8 of us. I think there's 8 of us. So again, we don't all want to buy 8 gifts because for starters, no one can afford it, and you're basically going to get like $15 to $20 gifts. No good. So sorry, I shouldn't say no good, but just like you always end up buying kind of rubbish if you have to buy heaps.
And
you get like the M&M's packet that's got like 200 M&M's in it.
It has to be pretty generic too.
Yeah, that's right. Because you just like so much thought has to go into buying 8 gifts for 8 completely different people.
Yeah.
And then if you're spending 40, 50, you're in the $500 range. Crazy. Don't check the maths on that. But what we're doing is every single individual person has 2 other people that they're buying for.
Okay, yeah,
with a higher price range, which I think is like $70.
Yeah.
I think it's like $70 give or take.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're still spending like $150 or so.
Yeah.
And you get 2 gifts. Everyone gets 2 gifts in the end.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that too. I really like that, especially with big families, which seem to grow as life goes on.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. And do you want to hear another one?
Yeah.
This is an old one. I don't know if I don't love this, but I get the practicality of it. Basically, this is a big family. So this is my that one was just my direct family. This is extendo family. Everyone brings a $20 gift card to some shop. And I think it's just flat out, you just pick a bag and you get what you get.
Yeah, right.
So you might get $20 JB, you might get Westfield, but it's just like everyone spent $20.
Dip.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a fun lucky dip, but you're going to get a gift card, so you just hope it's something that's kind of good.
Decent. Yeah, right. Thing I always at Woolies, if you get the Woolies one, can you then go to the voucher wall and buy another $20 voucher with your voucher?
I've wondered. I don't know. But they do have the Woolies has everything
nearly
in it
every
these days.
voucher at the moment.
Unbelievable amount of stuff.
I'd nearly want the Woolies one.
I don't know if that's legal or not. I have seen there's a classic internet meme getting around that's like, Mum got me some rubbish voucher, so they went through 4 different shops to get a JB.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty
classic.
Cool.
Pretty classic.
I like it.
But don't know. Don't know.
Very cool. All right, well, that's good. That is good.
We'll wrap it up.
We'll Christmas wrap it up.
Yep.
Beautiful. Well, anyway, all I'll say is to wrap is to got any comments? We've already mentioned it, but get on to Jack and Scott on Instagram.
Yep.
Give us a direct message, comment on a post, stuff like that. Just get around it. We'd love to hear from you and make sure the conversation is flowing in both directions.
Absolutely.
And also something we haven't talked about it at all, but I'm always open to great Christmas present ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
They're gold.
Send them in.
Yeah. So
if
let
we
us
get
know.
enough, we'll compile a small list.
Yep.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to say too much or promise anything, but maybe for next year.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, how cool would it be if people send in great present ideas and we've got enough of them?
Yeah.
That we could pick the top one and do a random gift.
A giveaway. Wow. Maybe next year.
We'll check with manager. We're just talking off the cuff at the moment.
Right. Lachlan, if you hear this, get the funding. Make it happen.
Anyway.
All right. Thanks heaps for listening, guys. See you on the next one.